Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from H. Norman Wright's book, Bringing Out the Best in Your Wife. We're going to look at the incredible and often hidden influence a husband has in his marriage and see how something as simple as encouragement can be totally transformative. So, let's start with a pretty provocative question, right? Can a husband actually change his wife? I mean, your first gut reaction might be, no way. People are who they are. But the book argues that there's a much deeper, more interesting answer than that. And here it is. This is the core idea of the whole book. It's not about forcing change. It's about the incredible power of your own belief and your perception. The author's basically saying that your wife is actively becoming what you truly think of her. This actually lines up with a real psychological principle. Our expectations of someone can literally help shape their reality. So how does that really work? Well, Wright calls this influence a husband's hidden power. Now, this isn't about control or anything like that. It's something way more constructive. It's a power that can unlock potential and really inspire growth. The idea here is that a husband is called to be his wife's biggest cheerleader. The book draws on the principles from Ephesians 5:25, arguing that part of a husband's love is to actively encourage his wife to become the person she was meant to be. It's all about building her up, not trying to reshape her into something she's not. To really bring this idea to life, the book tells this amazing story that apparently had a huge impact on one of the men at Profiles. It's the story of a man named Johnny Lingo and his 8-cow wife. Okay, so picture this. On this island, there's a custom where, to get married, a man has to pay a bride price to his future father-in-law. And the currency they use? It's cows. Now, the standard rate for a really desirable wife, someone everyone admired, was somewhere between 4 and 6 cows. That was considered a high price, a real point of pride. But then you have this guy, Johnny Lingo, and he does something that just floors everybody. He decides he wants to marry a woman that the villagers all thought of as, well, undesirable. They described her as plain, skinny, and so painfully shy that she always walked around with her shoulders hunched and her head down. And the price he offers for her, 8 cows. Just an absolutely unheard of number. The villagers were convinced her father had totally ripped Johnny off. But Johnny, he knew exactly what he was doing. So a few months go by, and a visitor comes to the island and gets to meet Johnny and his new wife. And he is just stunned. The woman standing in front of him isn't shy or plain at all. She's beautiful, she's confident, she carries herself with this incredible grace. The change is so unbelievable, he just has to ask, what happened? And Johnny's explanation? Wow, it just gets right to the heart of everything. He says he saw her potential, and by paying the price of an 8-cow woman, and this is the important part, by treating her like she was worth that much, she started to believe it herself. He said what matters most is what a woman thinks about herself. This story is just such a perfect metaphor for what this book is all about. Encouragement. It's so much more than just saying a few nice things. It's a fundamental way of seeing someone, of treating them, that can completely change their world. So what exactly is encouragement? The book defines it as inspiring someone, helping them stick to their path, and literally giving them courage or confidence. It's an active thing. You're building them up, you're loaning them your belief in them until they can believe in themselves. And the book makes this really crucial distinction between praise and encouragement. Think of it like this. Praise is a reward. You have to earn it by doing something right. But encouragement, that's about affirming someone's value, their worth as a person, and you give it freely no matter what. It's seeing their dignity, even when they mess up. Okay, so what does this look like in day-to-day life? The book shares some direct quotes from wives talking about what makes them feel encouraged, and just as important, what makes them feel completely discouraged. Here's what it sounds like when it's working. This is the modern version of that 8-cow treatment. Wives feel seen and valued when their husbands actually believe in them, when their dreams aren't dismissed, and when they feel like a true partner. And then you have the total opposite. This wife says her husband's anchor makes him feel like an unsafe person. And that kind of behavior, that walking on eggshells, it just shuts down communication and destroys intimacy. It is the exact opposite of giving someone courage and confidence. So how do you actually do this? Well, the book's advice really boils down to 4 key actions. Number 1, listen to understand her, not to immediately jump in and try to fix the problem. 2, affirm her strengths and her efforts, not just her wins. 3. Show you appreciate the little everyday things she does, and bonus points for complimenting her in front of other people. And number 4, make her feel safe by being her protector and actively building hope in her life. You know, what this really all comes down to is a massive shift in how you see things. It's so easy for us to become really good flaw finders, but encouragement asks us to become treasure hunters, to go out of our way to look for the good stuff, the hidden potential, the raw talent in our partner. And you know, while the book is focused on marriage, this idea works for everyone. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. What would it look like in your own life if you started treating someone, your partner, your kid, a friend, a coworker, as if they were worth 8 cows? What kind of hidden treasure do you think you might find?